All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. Today is December 15th. We kicked off a month of giving back. We started that on Giving Tuesday, the first Tuesday in December. And we want to follow it up this week with an organization that we've seen built from this grassroots level to what we see as one of the most impactful organizations that we work with today. First off, I am Bryan. I'm part owner at Roads, Rivers, and Trails. If you go to our website, roadsriversandtrails.com, you'll find a page dedicated to our community partners. If you don't already have an organization that you are passionate about or give to, maybe you're doing really well this year and you'd like to give a little bit more, visit our community partners page and check out some of the great not-for-profit organizations that make our community better. We've all been affected by the pandemic, and that of course includes the organizations that give us free space outside, protected rivers and trails, organizations that bring people together to share, educate, and inspire. So go ahead and explore that page, find an organization that has changed your life and help them out in this time of need. Typically, they have these galas, fundraising dinners, in-person auctions, and all kinds of different events and sponsorship from those events that they're not able to get this year. And they're operating without any of that income. So we need these organizations around, and we will desperately need their programming to continue when we're out on the other side of the pandemic. So we are here to share the great mission of the Adventure Crew today. RT's history goes back to the original founding of the club and recruitment missions to Cincinnati schools to help promote outdoor activity, provide absolutely free programming to kids that might not otherwise have that exposure to the outdoors. Their mission has stayed the same, but their total reach has skyrocketed. So in 2013, the club pioneered 3 schools, and today they reach over 25 Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky schools with over 1,000 teen participants. So huge, right? This outreach is more important than ever, in my opinion. On our first interview, which, by the way, you could find on our YouTube channel, it's RT45150. We talked about mental health awareness and the outdoors. We already know the wonders that some time outside can provide. Well, with a lot of programming being cut or suspended, not everyone had the same opportunities to explore this year. So I want to talk about the impact of organizations like Adventure Crew, how they pivoted in 2020, and get some firsthand testimonials about that impact. So we're going to get right to it. We have some awesome guests with us today. I want to welcome Paige, one of the program directors with the Adventure Crew, along with Maeve, one of the student participants with the Adventure Crew. So thank you both for joining.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Paige, if it's cool, we'll start with you. Could you tell us a little bit about your role with the Adventure Crew and how long you've been with the organization?
Absolutely. So my name is Paige Young. I am the one of the program directors for Adventure Crew. I started with Adventure Crew back in my college days at UC. I was looking for some additional credit to fulfill, looking at some nonprofit needs. So I stumbled upon Adventure Crew, and I realized it was this great organization where you get kids out in nature. I got to go kayaking with kids, hiking, all these fun outdoor activities. And then from there, it kind of blossomed. From there, I went on staff as an outdoor specialist. And then a year later, the program manager role came into play, and I applied, and here I am. This is going into my 4th year as the program director. So time flies, definitely, while you're having fun.
That's awesome. And 4 years, and what a exciting 4th year. I'm sure you had to be pretty reactive this year, right? So what are some of the ways you kept interacting with students this year and kept promoting the Adventure Crew mission?
Yeah, so this year has definitely looked a little bit different for Adventure Crew. Usually we're used to having 100 to 150 kids out every Saturday for a different outdoor activity. So it all started in March. We were on our usual programming, and then all of a sudden all the schools were going virtual. So we had to really adapt and find a way really quickly to be able to reach our students. So that started, I think, in the course of about 2 weeks. We created this online platform called Adventure in Place. It was a series of outdoor activities that the kids could do either in their house, in their front yard, in their neighborhood, just some way to still get them involved and get them outdoors. It still took place. We would announce a new adventure in place every Saturday to keep some sort of structure, since kids usually would come out with us every Saturday morning. So we had stuff like outdoor bingo. We had a set up your own campsite. We usually do an annual camp out each year, so kids would take pictures of their campsites. We did a scavenger hunt, just certain fun activities to get kids outdoors. And then the kids would show us that they completed these activities by reaching out to us either personally through email. They could post to our social media, Facebook or Instagram. I believe Maeve was one of our crew students that participated. And any student that did participate would receive a special crew care package. So this was just a goodie bag of nature goodies, a nature journal. There was like some seeds in it so they could plant their own flowers. We had little s'mores bars. We always do s'mores at every hiking event. It's always fun to roast your own s'mores around the campfire. Just certain goodies in there to keep them getting out and being active and making them think of Adventure Crew. So that was really fun. I had the opportunity to deliver these crew care packages to some of the students, and it was really nice to see the students that when we haven't had a chance to see them for so many weeks, and just kind of reconnect with some of the students as well. I know they appreciated it.
That's so cool. And you guys, I mean, kudos to you too, because I remember you guys did this quickly. You reacted very quickly. I want to say was the scavenger hunt the first launch you guys did post?
It was, yeah, that was the
Yeah.
first one.
You did it. I feel like it was like right away. It was so quick. Like, all right, how do we
Yeah.
keep everybody involved? And it was so much fun. You had a great video, kind of promoting it, and yeah. So I remember kind of that coming out, and
Yeah,
very
it was
impressive.
really awesome. And then we also got a chance to include Adventure Crew staff and board members took place in the videos. And then some of the students were featured as well. So it was really nice just to get everyone involved and kind of back together in a virtual setting.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like I said, just seeing how far the organization's come, and just how just organized you guys are now, and the impact and the reach because of that is super cool. I want to switch to move to Maeve here. Thank you for joining us. Maeve, do you mind telling us, like, how long have you been part of Adventure Crew, and do you remember what first drew you to sign up for the club?
Yeah, I joined Adventure Crew in 7th grade, and I'm a 9th grader now. So around like 2 years, a year and a half. And I had wanted to join Adventure Crew ever since I'd first like gone to SCPA. I don't know if I've ever like shared this story with anybody in the crew, but as soon as I like saw the sign up, I immediately like it caught my eye and I was like, I want to join that, because I had always really had a thing for nature, and it just provided like so many more opportunities.
That's awesome. And you were so you started at 7th grade, and you were just saying the other day that now your brother's allowed to join, right? He at the 7th grade, and he's part of the club now too.
Yeah, sorry, my thing is kind of glitching. You guys are frozen.
Oh, quite all right. Quite all right.
I'm not sure why.
So maybe what impact do you think you've seen like the club make on your life, like just being kind of part of that organization, and being able to get outside and participate in those events? Do you think it's like helped you grow as a person, or where it's kind of pushed you to different places in life, or?
Yeah, it's definitely helped me grow as a person, especially in the way where like it helped me come out of my shell a lot, because I most of the time I would go with random people from different schools, because not many of like my friend group would join. So it definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone when it came to like meeting new people and making friends, and also just being able to like see so much more of like in the area of where I live. Like there's been so many places that we've gone to that I didn't even know was around here and would be fun to visit.
That's a good point. Any
Sure.
favorite places or activities that you've done?
Oh, definitely kayaking on the Little Miami River is so much fun. And we also got to go to this lake house in Indiana for the Mighty Dozen, and we got to spend the night there, and it was really fun. That was like one of my favorite memories.
Very cool. Paige, how about you? A favorite one to lead or to you kind of look forward to every year since you've been in it for a few years, the one you're most excited about?
It's really hard to choose just one, but I would say skiing and snowboarding is always a top favorite, as well as kayaking. Just two, opposite events, but it's just so nice to see the kids. You have kids that either don't know how to swim, have never even seen the Little Miami River, kids for the first time, strapping into skis and snowboards. So it's really neat to watch. And those are two activities that I personally really enjoy as well. So it's nice to make that connection.
Right, not a bad gig that's what you have to do for work then, right? Is
Right.
go skiing or go on the Little Miami River for a little bit. So Paige, we'll stick with you for a second. Do you have just a favorite moment or a kind of a lasting memory through the experiences from the adventure crew?
Yeah, of course. So again, it's hard to narrow down just one, but definitely a couple things that have stuck with me is during our bike riding adventures, teaching kids how to ride bikes. That's been just a lasting memory. There's always quite a few kids that have never been on a bike before, or it's been quite some time since they've ridden a bike. So just having that one-on-one time with the students and really going through the techniques and helping them succeed. And I don't know if I get more excited than the student, but it's really exciting for both parts and definitely a lasting memory for sure. Another would be kayaking. Like I said, there's plenty of students that, I don't know how to swim. I can't swim. And at the end of the trip, they're, splashing around in the water, dragging their kayaks, just swimming along. So just watch them really develop and kind of let loose and have fun. And
Right, just something natural happens, something opens up with people when they get outside and they're able to experience those things. And I think it's pretty significant too that you mentioned like riding a bike and how many people take that for granted, knowing how or growing up being able to or any of that. And you guys as an organization reach so many people that don't have the same opportunities necessarily too, and are able to expose them to those things. And that's super cool, and you get to kind of see it all happen with them, any transition. So Maeve, any stories that stick out to you, special experiences?
Definitely when we went to the lake house, it was kind of starting to get dark and everybody was going to like this dock to fish, and I had never gone fishing before. I had no idea how to use the fishing rod, but I got taught, and then I caught my first fish, and it was so cool. I'm pretty sure there's a picture somewhere on the website from back then when I caught the first fish, and it was just so cool to like know that I did that on like the first or second try or something. And it was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a fun moment, for sure. You threw them back, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, cool. So you became the a poster child with a big smile and holding up a fish or something, right? That's too cool. What a
Kind of,
great
yeah.
experience. Well, guys, Paige, Maeve, I really can't thank you enough for joining us today. Paige, I do want you, if you don't mind, kind of let everyone know how best do we give to the adventure crew, be it a donation or volunteering. How do people get involved or help out?
Yeah, so we do have a really nice website. You can visit adventurecrew.org. On our website, there's a chance to volunteer and to donate right from the website. Unfortunately, with COVID happening, volunteering is looking a little bit different these days, but you can still get involved from there. There's a big donate button as well. As you mentioned earlier, all of our adventures are free to students, so we do, raise our funds. You can also get involved and participate in our fundraising events. I don't know if you've ever heard of Paddle Fest. It's one of the nation's largest paddling events. It went virtual this year, but we're still going to be out next year, hopefully, in our usual setting. I know Maeve has Paddle Fest as well. 9 miles on the Ohio River. It's no small feat. So you can participate in that. Also, the Ohio River Swim You can also donate, visit our social media websites, Facebook, Instagram. You can donate from there. If you want to just keep up to date on what we're doing, where we're at with the students, you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram, also on our adventurecrew.org website. You can also join our newsletter where you get monthly updates on the adventures that we're having.
That's awesome. Thank you. And I know that it cannot happen soon enough that we get back to Paddle Fest. And that was of course sorely missed this past year, and such an awesome event and a huge event. You guys do a wonderful job putting that together. And if you're listening and haven't experienced that before, yeah, look forward to that coming back. It's so cool. But everyone, thanks again. Really appreciate you joining me and all of the work that you do with the Adventure Crew. Paige, and then Maeve, thank you for taking time out of the day and all this, a break from studying. Hopefully it was a fun, little small break from some finals there. If you're new to RRT, check us out at roadsriversandtrails.com, or better yet, come visit our store for any of your outdoor adventure needs. We're 118 Main Street in downtown Milford, Ohio. And another effort to support Adventure Crew, we will give you a 10% discount if you bring with you your gently used gear, outdoor clothing, or footwear to donate to the organization, so we can make getting outside a little bit more attainable for everyone. That's a year-round initiative, something that we always do. So go to the gear closet in your basement or wherever the old backpack and boots are. And if they're still in good enough shape to reuse, bring them on in RRT so that we could pass that forward. But until next time, appreciate you guys listening in, and have a good one. Thanks.
Thanks.
Sweet. That was it. You guys killed it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. That's awesome.
Yeah, easy
Thank
enough,
you.
right? So
Yeah.
I didn't get any text saying that everything was a disaster. So I assume that it's streamed fine. So we'll find out. I'll check the comments and tag you guys if there's a particular question that you guys would be better at answering or whatever. I'll take the crew in it and everything. But other than that, I'll send the email with some results and a YouTube link.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bryan.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you for all that you do
Thank
for us
you.
as well.
Yeah, totally. Great talking with you guys, and have a good holiday. Yeah.
Thank you. You too.
Enjoy a break from school.
You too.
Yeah, babe.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll see you.
Bye.